Welcome back, Gumball fans! Aside from being a super funny and entertaining TV show, The Amazing World of Gumball is packed with Easter eggs, clever references, real-life events, and personalities that not many know. Today's video is about all the hidden details and Gumball secrets you probably missed in the show. We're gonna start with who else but the show's protagonist, Gumball. A lot of people don't realize that the Gumball we see in Season 3 is not the same Gumball we see in Seasons 1 and 2. In the first two seasons, Gumball's appearance featured more oval-shaped eyes. However, from the show's third season to the last one, the animators gave Gumball round eyes.
Dude, for the sake of everyone's safety, can you please talk to her and put an end to this?
Which changed his appearance, providing the character a different look. Okay, now let's talk about one of Gumball's little features. He completely lost it in that episode with the Ghostbusters reference. We all know Nicole's got a temper, but Gumball gets super jealous.
Things are not meant to be. Dogs shouldn't get on with cats, men shouldn't have ponytails, and your father is not meant to have a job! What are we gonna do? We have to stop him.
In the episode The Flower, he saw Leslie get a little too friendly with Penny, and this made Gumball a little jealous. He started coming up with all these ridiculous plans to break them up. His jealousy got so intense, it literally took over his whole body, possessing him and making him act completely irrational. At one point, it even tried to harm Leslie. That's when everyone realized something was seriously off, so they brought him over to Carrie's place to do an exorcism. They managed to pull the jealousy out of him, and it showed up as this gross green blob that looked exactly like Slimer from Ghostbusters. Pretty gnarly.
I wish I had my own body, like you! I'm actually quite happy with my life.
One that probably flew over the heads of people born after the 90s was the Golden Girls. In a particular episode, Richard dresses up as an elderly woman and groups up with some senior ladies at the mall, who, hilariously, just sit around doing absolutely nothing. At first glance, it might just look like another dig at Richard's laziness, but it's actually a clever nod to the Golden Girls.
Angela, he just doesn't like to answer questions straightforwardly and prefers changing the subject to avoid them.
Samantha, are you nervous because we might judge your new boyfriend?
No, Violet, she's worried about how...
The beloved 80s sitcom centered around a quirky bunch of older women. Only viewers with a soft spot for retro TV likely picked up on that one. In the Uploads episode, things take off with Gumball and Darwin hanging out in their room. Darwin tries to talk Gumball out of joining Elmore Plus, but Gumball is Gumball and doesn't listen to whatever Darwin has to say. As they browse through different videos, they come across one where Mr. Small is leading a yoga session. By the end of it, things start to get a little strange. Mr. Small deforms himself so intensely that he ends up folding into himself. Not many viewers know, but this moment closely mirrors a shot from the X-Files movie.
Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe out. Enjoy your new body.
Now let's talk about Alan, one of the kindest characters in the amazing world of Gumball, and wouldn't think twice about sacrificing himself to help others. He'd fit right in with the Avengers of the Justice League. But of course, Gumball being Gumball just couldn't let that slide. In the episode The Saint, Gumball makes it his mission to prove that even someone like Alan can be a villain, and the lengths he goes to are absolutely absurd. Gumball does everything from messing with Alan's emotions to straight up selling his parents. You heard that right, he even shows Alan a video where his balloon parents are turned into balloon animals. It's disturbingly over the top, and honestly, it feels like Gumball might have committed a federal crime. But being the saint he is, Alan doesn't press charges. He even seems happy at some point, stating that the idea that his parents brought joy to kids made it all worthwhile to him.
What happened? I just assassinated your social life. What are you gonna do about it?
Thank you. Now...
Later on, Gumball realizes the extent of his mistake and meets Alan at the lockers to apologize. Here's where things get a little strange. If you pay close attention to the background when Gumball approaches the lockers, they're completely clean. But once the camera zooms in, green stickers mysteriously appear on the lower lockers. Then when it zooms back out, an orange sticker suddenly pops up on the top locker. Where did they come from? Were they even meant to be there? The animators of The Amazing World of Gumball clearly aren't just creators, they're also fans of classic horror, heartfelt animation, and the weird and wonderful worlds of pop culture. Gumball puts a hilarious spin on the creepy classic Candyman in one of its Halloween specials. It all starts when Tobias and Banana Joe are sharing a spooky urban legend about a character called Mr. Candy. And yep, you guessed it, they accidentally summoned him. The whole thing is a clever nod to Candyman. Mr. Candy wears the same long brown coat and even has a hook for a hand.
Dude, you're not allowed to bring food into the library. You might damage one of the computers. Oh no, scary drink. What would happen if I spilled it?
But in true Gumball fashion, the vibe is way funnier than it is frightening. And that's not the only nostalgia hit you get while watching Gumball. The show makes an amazing reference to one of the most legendary scenes in animated film history. This happens in the episode The Rivals, where Gumball tries to save what he thinks is a box holding Anais, just moments before it falls into a trash incinerator. The whole scene feels incredibly similar to the intense moment in Toy Story 3 when Lotso, the movie's villain, leaves Woody, Buzz, and the rest of the toys to be swallowed by the fire. It shows that even though the Gumball team is creating content for Cartoon Network, they're just as into Pixar movies as the rest of us. You can tell these animators are truly fans of the world of animation, not just making cartoons, but celebrating them. You can also catch a clever reference to Disney's most iconic character, Mickey Mouse.
Well, I guess sometimes life is just full of...
Surprise! I see you've met my hungry little friend.
When jealousy is slicking around the house, if you look closely, there's a shape on the shelf that resembles Mickey's head, complete with his signature round ears. It's for a split second, but it might be hinting at something bigger. Maybe a playful jab or even a statement about trying to match the success of Disney, which owns Cartoon Network's biggest competitor. And this isn't the only time the Mickey-like symbol comes up in the show. For instance, you can spot it several times on the door to the boys' bathroom at Elmore Junior High. It's a fun little detail that suggests Disney's iconic character has been a major influence on the creators, whether as genuine inspiration or just a playful nod. And while we're talking about animated movies and TV shows, I have to mention how big a fan the creators of this show are of anime. I mean, how can we forget about the moment when Gumball channels his inner Goku and goes into full Super Saiyan mode? His eyes start glowing blue, his hair spikes up, and the energy is off the rails. Any Dragon Ball fan watching would have recognized the reference right away. Here's another Dragon Ball reference for you. In the episode The Fury, Nicole gets an unexpected visit from her former friend Yuki. Yuki repeatedly provokes Nicole, trying to get into a fight with her, but Nicole refuses.
Wait, what are you doing here?
You forgot your jig dodging kit.
Thanks. The less interaction with her, the better.
Who is she?
Your future daughter-in-law.
Really? Darwin!
Curious about their past, Nicole's kids ask Yuki's daughter Masami, who shares the backstory. As Masami narrates it, the animation shifts to a manga-inspired style of Dragon Ball. She tells them how Nicole and Yuki were once martial arts students under Yuki's father and entered a tournament. They both ended up facing off in the final round of the tournament. Nicole, driven by her intense anger, won the match, and Yuki, humiliated by the defeat, left the US in shame. Nicole was so devastated by losing her friend over the fight that she stopped practicing martial arts altogether. The entire scene not only mimics Dragon Ball's iconic art style, but also parodies the friendship and rivalry between Goku and Krillin, who also trained under Master Roshi, who, in this parody, looks exactly like Yuki's dad. That's not all though. In the Halloween episode, there's a scene where Mr. Small pops up wearing an outfit no one expected. He's fully dressed as Sailor Moon. Yes, everything from the skirt to the signature magical girl pose. It's the kind of visual that's not easy to miss for fans of classic anime. And the Sailor Moon homage doesn't end there. Turns out Mr. Small isn't the only grown man in Elmore with a thing for magical girls. In another episode, we see Richard Watterson going full anime transformation mode, right in the middle of a supermarket. Watching him dramatically spin into a magical girl sequence complete with glowing effects and sparkles is hilarious. It's pretty clear that the Gumball creators spent their childhood watching those over-the-top 90s anime intros on Saturday mornings.
Don't say anything. She has to work it out for herself.
Okay, I'll just run.
No, don't do anything either. Just
Okay, now let's switch over to games. Let's just say Gumball is a passionate gamer. There's an episode titled The Console, which is still one of the show's highest rated episodes. Here, Gumball is disappointed when his dad forgets to get him a birthday present. Richard, to make up for it, gives him a cheap knockoff of a Game Boy called the Game Child. Once Gumball turns it on, the entire town of Elmore gets sucked into a video game universe. This digital world is a reference to the famous video game Final Fantasy, but with the show's trademark humor and wackiness. One standout moment is when Gumball raids Mr. Robinson's house for supplies, absolutely violating the looting mechanic from games. Even Darwin points out how wrong it feels, but for Gumball, the game's a game, and he keeps going since the game lets him do it.
Eat it after midnight.
But it's kinda always after midnight.
No, that wasn't it. It was something. Well, anyway, be careful. That fish is more special than it seems.
I feel bad for Mr. Robinson. But there's more, and let me tell you, it's filled with some real nostalgia. In the episode The Words, Gumball pays tribute to one of the most legendary video games ever, Street Fighter. In one scene, Gumball and Darwin pretend to be in a fight, and the animation suddenly shifts to a retro 8-bit style, just like classic arcade games. And of course, the show had to add a little wackiness into the mix. Both the brothers performed their own hilarious take on the famous Hadouken move. Even the comic Gumball's dad gives him, Badman, is clearly a knockoff. The main character looks a lot like DC's Batman, wearing a gray suit and black cape. But apart from media references, the show has also pointed out real-world historical events in its own twisted way. In the episode The Past, when Anais tries to report a fellow student to Miss Simeon, Gumball and Darwin's notoriously cruel teacher, she gets absolutely no support. Simeon, who's been stuck teaching 8th grade for the past 300,000 years, clearly hates both her job and the Watterson family, but refuses to give up on either. Instead of addressing Anais's concerns, she went off on a rant about all the scars she's collected over the centuries, casually revealing that one of them is from the infamous Salem witch trials of 1692. It's a darkly funny nod to a real historic event. So that's a wrap for today. What do you think about these hidden details and Easter eggs from the show? And what other moments could you think of? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you've watched the video till the very end, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon so you never miss out on any of our future updates.